You know, there's a type of writing that does way more than just describe the world around us. It actually teaches us how to truly connect with it. It's called nature writing, and it's this powerful reminder that the natural world isn't just, the wallpaper for our lives. It's a central character in our story. So let's dive in and explore how it helps us learn to listen.
So have you ever felt that feeling of being totally transported by words? Well, that is the very heart and soul of nature writing. It's the magic that happens when a writer manages to connect our own human feelings to the very pulse of the planet. They're literally translating the living world onto the page for us.
All right, so let's get into it. What exactly is nature writing? Because it's so much more than just pretty descriptions of trees and rivers. It's a really profound way of seeing, of feeling, and of understanding our own place in the world. Okay, so at its core, nature writing is all about exploring the relationship between us and the environment. It's not about being a distant observer. It's about capturing an immersive experience in essays, memoirs, or even poetry. And here's the key. Nature is treated like an active, living character, not just some passive background scenery.
This really highlights the big difference. Think about it like this. A scientific report can give you the exact wingspan of a hawk. It's objective, it's data. But a piece of nature writing describes the hawk's flight and makes you wonder, what does that kind of freedom even feel like? It's personal, it's emotional, and it blends what we can see with what we can imagine to find a much deeper meaning.
And this is where the genre's true power really shines. It operates at this incredible intersection of science, art, and philosophy. It takes scientific precision, wraps it in beautiful artistic language, and then uses that combination to ask these huge questions about who we are and our place in the universe.
So where did this all come from? I mean, this way of writing didn't just pop up out of nowhere. It has these really deep roots that have grown and evolved over centuries, shaped by some pretty distinct movements and thinkers.
It all kind of starts with the Romantics, poets like William Wordsworth, who saw nature as a kind of moral teacher. Then, over in America, the Transcendentalists took that idea a step further. They saw divinity itself in the wild. And that led directly to the conservationists, guys like John Muir, who mixed thrilling adventure with passionate advocacy, using their words to fight for the wild places they loved so much.
And this quote from Thoreau's Walden, wow, it just perfectly captures this huge shift. His whole project wasn't just about describing a landscape, it was a full-blown experiment in finding spiritual awakening through simplicity and just paying really close attention. That core idea of living deliberately became a central theme that you can still hear echoing through the genre today.
So how do they actually do it? How do these writers make us feel the wind and hear the earth just through ink on a page? Well, it all comes down to a very specific and really powerful set of tools.
The best nature writing just thrives on sharp sensory detail. A writer will notice the tiny curve of a single leaf and turn it into this incredibly vivid image. They use personification, giving a river a voice or making mountains feel like they're watching over you. And crucially, they use reflection and metaphor to connect nature's cycles, like growth and decay, directly to our own human lives.
A perfect modern example is Annie Dillard. Seriously, if you haven't read her, you should. In her book, Pilgrim at Tinker Creek, she looks at the world with a scientist's precision, but writes with a poet's soul. By focusing intensely on the smallest things, like an insect or a single drop of water, she uncovers these vast questions about existence. Her work just proves that the most profound sense of wonder is born from simply paying close attention.
And this brings us right up to today. Why is this genre, with all its long history, more relevant now than maybe ever before? Well, because in an age of ecological crisis, it has become an absolutely vital voice for our planet.
The core themes, they're timeless, right? Connection, observation, solitude, renewal. But today, that theme of environmental concern has taken on this fierce urgency. Nature writing isn't just about celebrating beauty anymore. It's also about mourning the beauty we are in danger of losing.
And the genre itself is evolving. It's moving beyond just pristine wilderness to find nature in city parks and backyard gardens. And, so importantly, a whole chorus of diverse voices is transforming the field. Indigenous authors like Robin Wall Kimmerer, her masterpiece Braiding Sweetgrass, weaves traditional ecological knowledge with lyrical prose, reminding us that our connection to nature is built on relationship and responsibility.
You know, when you really think about it, in an age of constant distraction, nature writing is an act of rebellion. It asks us to slow down, to look closer, and to care more deeply. It reconnects us, because whether we're talking about Thoreau's pond or a single tree on your street, the message is the same. The natural world is speaking, and through the art of writing, we can finally learn how to listen.